This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. For entertainment and educational purposes only. And everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, like YouTube algorithm stuff, so to get the videos as I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see how I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell y'all every day, the data released us is false. It's going to give us a false narrative of the market to keep us off balance, mess with us psychologically, so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, the more we dig, the deeper we get, the deeper we are into this rabbit hole, the worse the scenario gets. And you might think that what's going on in the market is some anomaly, but based on everything I've seen over the last 2 years, this is their modus operandi. The bad actors, their business model is to rob retail investors, rob pension funds so they can make money. And when it goes against them, they just run to the government to bail them out. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm 57 years old, okay? I'm 57 years old. I've been on this planet 57 years, and I had no idea what came after a trillion. I had to Google it. It's a quadrillion, and I had no idea. I had no idea, okay? It's a quadrillion. And I'm saying that to say this. These bad actors have been robbing and stealing from us for years. We thought that Citadel having 65 billion in shares sold but not yet bought was terrible. Wait till I explain to you what they're doing with the derivatives. What they're doing with the derivatives, and this is self-reported too, so it's probably a whole lot worse. It's probably a whole lot worse. But they have over $2 quadrillion in derivatives, and they're naked derivatives. They're naked derivatives. Now listen to this. JP Morgan has 61 trillion in derivatives, which means calls and puts that they naked sold into the market. They just sold call options with no money or no shares to support them. And they have $61 trillion worth of naked call and put options sitting out there in the market. And if it goes the wrong way, and they just gonna ask the government to bail them out. Now the top five are JP Morgan with 61 trillion in naked derivatives. Goldman Sachs with 50 trillion in naked derivatives. Citibank with 46 trillion in naked derivatives. You got Bank of America with 23 trillion in naked derivatives, and Wells Fargo with 11 trillion in naked derivatives. And this is just the top five. Okay, so these bad actors, these banks, they're just selling call options, selling put options. They don't have the money, they don't have the share, and they don't care. They don't care because, well, ideally for them, the puts or the calls expire out the money, so it doesn't make any difference. It's just free cash, and even if it expires in the money, they're gonna issue you counterfeit shares in the first place, or they're gonna send you IOUs. I mean, they got over $2 quadrillion in naked derivatives. So what happens when the market crashes and they have to come up with the $2 quadrillion of derivatives money? Tell me what happens. And this is not just a United States thing. This is not just a Canada thing. This is not just an Asia thing. This is just not a Europe thing. This is an entire global market thing. I have learned, after everything that we've experienced in the last 2 years, that everything that they do is meant to make money off the backs of retail investors, off the backs of pension funds, And the governments are the co-conspirators. The SEC, the DTCC, the CFTC are their co-conspirators in the Ponzi scheme of the century. Not of the century, probably in the history of mankind. And the thing is, this has been going on for years. It got exposed a little bit in 2008, and then they put all these new rules in place to kind of stop them from doing this. It gave the SEC has the authority to shut down the dog pools. But as soon as everybody stopped looking, as soon as 2008, 2009, 2010 came around, they went back to business as usual. They started doubling down on the bad bets because will any of them ever go to jail? No. Will they ever really lose money? No. The only people that end up losing is the retail investors, the pension funds, and the taxpayers. The politicians don't lose money because, as far as I'm concerned, they insider trade with these guys every day. I mean, I've never seen a system so corrupt in my entire life. This whole system needs to be torn down and rebuilt. This is the most corrupt system in the world. This is the most corrupt Ponzi scheme in the world. Because with a Ponzi scheme, you need new money to pay old money to keep the scheme going. But with this derivative Ponzi scheme, they just put more fake derivatives to cover the old derivatives to keep the scheme going. So they don't even have to put up any money to keep the scheme going. They risk absolutely nothing. And if for some reason it crashes and burns, they go to the United States government, they go to their buddies in Congress and the House of Representatives and the Senate, and they ask them, listen, we know we messed up. We need quadrillion dollars to cover our losses. And of course, because these same people who donate billions and billions of dollars to these politicians, when they ask them for money, what are the politicians going to do? They give them the money. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And I think everybody needs to be aware of what's going on in the market. Everybody nationally and internationally need to be aware of what they're doing to our economy. And it's gonna crash and burn. And when it does, retail investors, pension funds, and taxpayers are gonna end up paying the bill. Anyway, hit the like button, the subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff, and tell me what you think about these bad actors having $2 quadrillion in naked derivatives just sitting out there, wait to crash and burn and crash the entire global market. Anyway, I appreciate y'all on this journey with me. God bless and have a great day.